Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I have bought myself a YSS rear shock for the SV. So this shock is a basic kind of level shock, but the bike is 20 years old, done 25,000 miles. So I'm figuring that the rear shock is kind of past its best. So I have supported the bike on these ratchet straps with a bar through the swing arm pivot, and it's also supported with a scissor jack underneath. I've also undone all the bolts that secure the shocks, so hopefully it's just a case of rolling them off and unscrewing them. So let's get stuck in. Let's see how we go. First thing is I've loosened this already, so I can take this nut off here. Let's see how this goes. And then, okay. Right, so the next thing is to remove the linkage here. And I'll be able to get that out. Okay, so that won't come out from there. Okay, so in here, which you can't quite see, is basically the top nut that holds the shock in, obviously, and it's got a 14mm nut and a 14mm bolt. So I've got a 14mm spanner on the other end of it. It's already loosened up, so I put this through this handy little hole that they've put in there to make it easy to get to, and it's just gonna remove the nut, which will be quite straightforward. Let's see. I should now be able to just get my hands in here somehow. And, oh, it's gone. There it is. 14mm nut. Right, now I need to get in there and roll it out. Take some, where's it gone? Right, so I'm just holding the bottom of the shock now. I can't, I'm doing this blind. Holding the bottom of the shock, I'm just drawing out the bolt, and now the shock's loose. Okay. Now, back down to here, I can now withdraw this nut because it cleared the exhaust, and in theory it still doesn't want to come out. That's annoying. So interestingly, the pieces of wood that I've used to jack it up are stopping the shock going any further that way and give that sort of 10mm clearance. So what I've got to do is drop that jack down, take the wood and move it forward. I'm going to do that off camera. Let's see how it goes. It should be okay because the bike's still supported with the ratchet straps from above, so it should be okay. So I've got the bolt out. I had to do it off camera because it was starting to be a pain in the arse. But basically what happened is I had to push it down just to get it clear of the exhaust here. But the problem was the pressure of it pushing down on the linkage meant that the bolt didn't want to come out. I had to use this punch to push it out, and I'm hoping I haven't done any damage, but now I effectively should be able to coax the old shock out without completely destroying the swing arm, although it is in need of a bit of a respray. I think what I might do, oh, please don't tell me it's not going to come out because it's too big and it needs the exhaust coming out. I think perhaps if I take hey, she's out. Right, that was one of them fiddly jobs. So that's the old shock. It's a bit of a fiddle because obviously this one's got the remote reservoir here, so fiddle getting it out of that, as you saw, out of that space, but it's out. So that's the first half, I guess, of the job done. I'm just going to, off camera, I'm just going to clean up some of the area down there while I've got it all open, just clean it up a bit, and then next stage is to get the shock in. This is the new shock. Ta-da! So that's got to go in there. What you get in the box is an adjuster rod for the preload. You also get an Allen key because there's a grub screw here that you tighten to secure the collar. So anyway, that's where you get some basic instructions. But yeah, so that is going in next. I'm going to wrap some cloth around that because the last thing I want to do is stick loads of scratches on it. So I'm just going to wrap that up and offer it up and get it into place. So I've wrapped the shock and I'm going to put it into place. I'm going to have to put the bottom linkage in first because I need space to get the I need the space to get this bolt through, so I've got to hold that like that. Fiddly. This is one of those jobs where if you had two people it would be so much easier. Ah, yes. Okay, doing this blind because the battery tray's in the way, so I'm going to use the force. So I'll find the hole. Jeez, this is trip fiddly. No, it's not going to work. Oh. I'm going to need to see something. Maybe I'll come over the other side. That's better. Yeah, that's much better. Hey, it's in. The next phase of this installation is to put the bolt back through the linkages, or dog bones as they're called. So I'm going to go in because I'm going to probably have to fiddle about with the swing arm. Come on, where are you? Let's move this support out of the way. Okay, so yay. I'm getting crampy with foot now. Ow. Right, and then the nut rather, goes on come on. So fiddly all the time. Come on. Right. You asked for it. I hate it when nuts don't. There you go. Right. And I think, to be honest, you're supposed to torque these, but I think I just did them finger tight. Be fine, wouldn't it? Be fine like that. Just kidding. Now I've got to try and whip that bit of cloth off. I'll do that off camera. You don't want to see that. Right. So, shock installed. All I've got to do is fit the rear wheel, torque everything up and check everything over. And then it's time for a test ride. So I shall make a video on that in the next upload, hopefully. Just give you some first thoughts and feedback on what I think. Does it change the bike? Does it transform the bike? I'm really hoping it's going to make a big difference. So stay tuned. I'll hopefully upload something in the next week. Thanks for watching. Cheers.